Hello, creative stampers. Hello. Yes, I am here. Oh my goodness. I was playing on my computer with my Canva and got distracted. And then, of course, you go down the rabbit hole and then you like, oh my gosh, I'm late. But I'm all ready for you all tonight. We're playing with our paper pumpkin tonight. It is the last Monday of September. Oh my gosh, where does the time go? Whew, October will be here Wednesday, my very favorite month of the year. Okay, let's see who's with us this morning. This morning, I am so sorry. It is nighttime. It is nighttime. Well, yeah, I'm a little late. There we go. There's Linda from Florida. Hello. Everybody should be joining us here in just a minute now that now they're finding us live here on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So, for those of you who are new, maybe you're watching the replay or you're going to catch me later. This is Monday Night Stamping. It takes place during Monday Night Football. So something I started a few years ago, and I absolutely love coming in my craft room while the guys are in the living room watching the big game. I don't know if it's a big game or not. The Cowboys are, well, that's enough said about the Cowboys. Okay, here we go. There's Sydney's here. Elaine is here. And so is Arky Girl Bling. I love that. Like I said, we're going to be doing the paper pumpkin. I'm going to put all three cards together as quickly as I can. And then I've already started the scrapbook page, so it won't take us very long to finish it. In the past, I've kind of like not been all that together. And it's like, oh, no, I can't decide. And then it's just been so long. But tonight's video should not take that long. There we go. We've got Debbie here and Tina, Mallory, Lisa, Mary Ann. Awesome. So good. Y'all could join me tonight. All right, I'm going to switch our camera down. There we go. So here we are with the September paper pumpkin. And once again, for those of you who are new to Stampin' Up! Or new to my channel, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And every month I get a box in the mail. This is Stampin' Up's subscription. We call it a craft kit because it's not always cards. Most of the time it's cards. Tonight it's cards. Sometimes it's home decor and other things. But we have our cards here, and it is fall themed. Look at these beautiful leaves, pumpkin fox. So every paper pumpkin comes with everything you need to make the cards. The only thing it doesn't come with are snips, and the very first box comes with a block. But after that, you have to use that same block over and over again. But it is a flat, it's flat on the side there and thinner. So if you like I forget what you call this, origami, I don't know, but where your fingers kind of fit in the grooves, we sell these beveled edge ones also in the shop if you're ever interested in those. And they come in different sizes. So here is a smaller one. Anyways, okay. So that always comes with everything you need, your instructions, all your die cuts. It even comes with the adhesive. Now, it does not have a tape runner. It has glue dots or tear and tape, depending on the project. So if you're not a big fan of that, get out your tape runner. Okay. We've got ribbon in this kit. We've got these pretty frames. I love this. Oh, and by the way, this kit matches, or I should say corresponds with, coordinates with, that's what I'm trying to say, toile, fall for toile, which here are the stamps. And then the paper is, where did I get the paper? Here's the paper. So if you wanted your paper pumpkin to go even further, you could get the autumn toile card collection, and the stamps and everything, it all matches. But anyways, so where else am I? Okay, it comes with your card bases, more of the cutouts. Come on. There you go. Then I think that's it. Yeah. So, envelopes. And it always comes with envelopes. And sometimes you get lucky and your envelopes have a beautiful detail on them. So these have orange, or I shouldn't say orange, timid tiger, pecan pie, or Cajun craze. So those are the three colors of this kit, and beautiful envelopes. And of course, a lot of people like to, and a pretty piece of tissue. And if you collect tissue enough, then you'll never run out of tissues for birthday presents. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So if you want to use a regular envelope that you already own, you could cut and turn it this way. Use this designer paper here. A lot of demonstrators are so creative and they'll do that. And you may see that on alternatives. But anyways, oh, and then there's some more leaves and all kinds of fun stuff in this box. So let's pull all this out, move all this out of our way. Okay, here's our stamp set. It comes with an ink spot. Where's my ink spot? There. So it comes with a stamp set and an ink spot, the adhesive, everything you need. So everything you need to make 9 cards. And here is the stamp set. Look how beautiful. And I love collecting these. I have many fall and Halloween ones from the past. I've been doing this for 8 years. So I have quite a collection, but I love them because they're mini. They're tiny little stamps. Well, I don't mind big stamps, but sometimes like for a tag or something, or if I'm just decorating a little thing, I like the smaller stamps. So these are great. And you just collect, they don't take up much space at all. Just they collect beautifully. And then here is the classic stamp pad that I had in my collection. I pulled that out because it's easier to use than this sometimes, but either way, it's fine. I've already got the flying geese on there. What else do we need? Okay, I think that's it. Let's get started. All right, for your instructions, make sure I haven't missed any questions first. Hold on, let me back up on the comments real quick. Wow, we have a lot of people in the house tonight. I love it. I love it. Suzanne, Mallory, Tina, Lisa, Marianne, Ellen, another Lisa, Charlotte. Thank y'all so much. Awesome. Okay, so your instructions, okay, it's a 2-sided piece here. And of course, this is a picture of what the cards look like. This shows you a picture of everything in the kit. There's a QR code if you want to go to the Paper Pumpkin shop. If you have a subscription, you could order this die set that coordinates with it to continue making even more cards. It has a hello. Now, this is for 3 months. So this was for September, for June, July. No, I got it. I'm going to get this right because it's every 3 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and September. There we go. July, August, and September. So you have a hello, a strawberry, but the strawberry can also be an acorn, leaves, little flowers, a circle. All that comes in the die, and you can just use that QR code. Whew. All right. Now this page here, turn it around. We need that right now. This tells you what to gather for all 3 of the cards. So that's what we do first, is we gather everything we need. So the first one, card number 1, has the beautiful pecan pie. Move everybody over so we can get here. All right. Make sure we're turned correct. All right. There's pecan pie. And we will need the frames. So here are the frames. We're going to need the acorn stamp. So let's grab that. It also helps to do this quickly if you have multiple blocks. Okay, and we do sell different size blocks, which is nice. So there's the acorn. It needs the thankful that's already printed for you. So let me punch those out real quick. Okay. And this one. And there should be a third one. There it is. All right, we need the thing. And then we also need the circle. The brown, it looks like a tan or a brown circle, maybe. Let me see if I can find that. Here we go. Yep. It is a crumb cake. There we go. Crumb cake circle or beige. The 2 of those colors, crumb cake and beige, get me. I don't always see those. Okay, so that's it. And they always give you 1 extra just in case you need 1 extra. All right, so that's all for card number 1. Let me double check. Yep. All right. So far, so good. Card number 2. Card number 2. There we go. This over. We need the linen card base. Here it is, the linen card base. The yellow and timid tiger. So that should be darling duckling and timid tiger with our new in colors. Now notice these are colored opposite. So you want to make sure one, this is another reason why I like doing these live with you guys. It doesn't tell you that in the instructions. I mean, it kind of does. It shows you that you need 2 leaf sets and they show you the 2 different colors, but they don't actually say it. The instructions are all in pictures. So sometimes it's kind of hard to, oh, I dropped one of my pieces and now I can't find it. Arrgh. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Hopefully I'll find it later. Okay. Here we go. That one goes there. That one's done. Okay. What else did we need? We need these bronze. So it's kind of a bronze color. It's a metallic brown. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's early espresso metallic. They call it, you can actually buy 12 by 12 sheets of it in the shop. What am I trying to say? But anyways, yeah, it's called metallic earthen tones or something like that. I forget off the top of my head. All right, I got those out. Okay, what else do we need? We need this big round circle. Okay, now notice I only have 3 of them right now. I'm going to be using one of these on another project. Oh, nope, here it is. No, I'm not using it. Never mind. Okay, come in. All right, so I got 4 just in case I need another one. Let's see, 3 leaves, 2 leaves. I need the leaf stamps and wishing you the happiest. So let's get those out. We need, it looks like there are 3 leaves here. It looks like they're using this one. I don't think it really matters. The 2 oak, a maple and an oak. So let me grab my block for that. And I'm just going to put them together for right now. And wishing you, so I'm going to use this big one for that. All right, how we doing, people? Oh, Mallory, don't be in a funk. Yeah, get back into making cards. You make beautiful cards. I love your cards, Mallory. Yes. Hello, Janice and Karen. Karen's from Texas. Karen, what part of Texas are you in? I'm up here in Louisville, close to Denton. North Texas State University, the Fighting Eagles. All righty. Another fox, another pumpkin. All right. These 2, this one. Oh, the ribbon. The ribbon goes here. All right. Got all of that. That goes there. That goes there. Almost done. And last but not least, we need the early espresso, the scenery of the corn with the fence, the fox, the pumpkins, the stamp with the flying geese, the thinking of you. Well, they have thankful. They have warm wishes, and then they have thinking of you. I'm going with thinking of you. I always can use a good sentiment for someone to get well or life's been difficult. Thinking of you are great cards. Then these banners, and that's it. All right, so now that we have all of our cards laid out, put my plastic sheet on there, put that back over there. Okay, now that I've got everything laid out, I'm going to move these. So I'm just working with card number 1. And I have pulled some of the pieces for another project. I need to pull these because I know I need these on the scrapbook project. So I'll put those over there. Yeah. And one of the fox, one of the pumpkin, one of this card, one set of those are all being used on the scrapbook page. So I don't have them for here, but that's okay because, yeah. Now that you've got all of your pieces set up, now we need to find card number 1 instructions. So on the back with the ruler here, okay, you'll see the instructions for card 1, card 2, and card 3. All right, so we're going to squish that down like that. Let's move all of these out of the way. Ugh, I'm running out of room on my little desk here. There we go. one thing I was doing before I started tonight, and I forgot to mention this also, starting Wednesday, I have a card a day in October, and they're going to be Christmas cards. I was doing card number 1 tonight, but they're going to be pre-recorded on YouTube, one a day from my card sketchbook volume 2. So a lot of you have volume 2 if you want to follow along, but every day on YouTube, I'll be uploading a pre-recorded card tutorial, Christmas card tutorial. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's get this going. Let's move this out of the way. I'm heavy with the blocks on there. And this one out of the way. Where's these? These are my tools. I'll be screaming for, where's this? Where's that? All right, I'm going to just put this down in the corner. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's all right. And we're going to follow our instructions. The very first thing it tells us to do is put the acorn on the stamp on the block, ink it up with the ink, and stamp it on the circle. So that's what that means, an arrow pointing to that. So let's get 3 circles out. Okay. And our ink pad. And like I said, this is the one that comes with the kit. It's perfectly fine. It's nice little, and you can fill them back up with ink refillers. So these are great if you collect these. They're great for traveling and everything. But anyways, I'm just going to use my big pad because I can. All right, tap, 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 and stamp. Tap, 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 stamp. And tap, 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 and stamp. Yay! So that is done. And that's the only stamping there is. There's no more pictures of ink or anything, so I can put my stamp pad away. Okay. Next thing it tells me to do is I see the tree with the frame, which is this here, okay? And it's got dimensionals all over it. So I need to turn them upside down. Okay, move these out of the way, move that out of the way. Turn these upside down, and we're going to cover these with the dimensionals here. So grab those. Now, you know it's a dimensional and not a glue dot because glue dots are little gray dots. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? I am so sorry. Here we go. Pull this up to you. So the gray dots are glue dots, and the hexagons are dimensionals. Okay. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, these are tiny dimensionals, too. These are little ones. So I was like, ooh, hope they gave us enough. This is going to take forever. Oh, goodness. I think I might just do one card with you all. This is going to take too long to do all this. And I like trying to do this quickly. So I can tell we're going to have one in each corner. Okay, and then one in between each of the corners. And if you line up the flat edges of the hexagon, it fits in there perfectly. But if you put the points there, then it's going to hang over. So just be careful of that. It's pretty obvious once you start sticking these down. And then it's got one here and one here. And then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 inside the tree. So 1, 2, 3, and where's this last one go? Here, 4. Okay, so there we go. Then the circle. Okay, so we have our acorn here. Can y'all see here on the circle? They've got it flipped over. Okay, and they have 2 dimensionals on one side and 2 dots on the other. So 1 and 2, and then the glue dots or tape runner, whichever you prefer. 1 and 2. All right. And and the thankful gets dimensional. So let's turn the come here, thankful. And we get 2 dimensionals on there. So 1 and 2. Awesome. All right. Phew. Okay. So we get all those dimensionals on there. Now we're going to turn our frame over and place it in the center of our card. So let's do that. I'm going to fold our card base in half. And if you've got a bone folder, that makes this crease nice and crisp. There we go. Make sure the little deer is standing correct, so that is the right way. and take all these covers off. Yeah, this would have taken all night. So we're just going to do this one on this card. How we doing, peeps? Marianne's got a question. Is the everyday card on Wednesday on Facebook or YouTube? And is there a specific time that the video is set for? Oh, goodness, Marianne. All right. So it's every day in October. So, it's 30 card sketches. So Halloween day, I'll do something special for that day. But 1 through 30, every day on YouTube. And I'm trying to, YouTube tells me the best time to upload, and I want to say it's like 3 in the afternoon, but I'm not sure. But don't worry, it'll be the same time every day, but I've got to look on my YouTube analytics to see what the best day is. I mean, best time of the day for uploading. Actually, and I even think it's different times for different days. So, but don't worry, it will be there. And if you have it set, if you've got your notifications set for YouTube, it will tell you that I have uploaded it. So there's a little bell you can click for notifications. And if you're subscribed, you can just go there and you'll see them. So I hope that answered your question, Marianne. Mallory says, I'm glad I caught you live for this. Well, great. I am so glad you caught me live too, girl. Love it. Okay, so Thankful and the Acorn. Go down here. So I'll move this here. And I like to try to place it before I take those off. Let's put the Thankful. And notice you've got 2 dimensionals and 2 dots. Okay. So the 2 dots. All right. They did that wrong because I've got the dimensionals on the side of the frame. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to have to redo that. I don't even think you need dimensionals on this thing because it's already... Hold on, I don't have any place to put my dimensionals I pulled off. See, this is why we do it live with you, so you don't have to make these mistakes. Yeah. It just lays on top there, so I'm thinking just put a dab of glue there and a dab of glue there, and you're good to go. Or glue dots, and in this case, I have glue dots there. They're in the wrong place, though, but that's all right. But I'm just going to grab my liquid glue. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put just a wee bit, just a teeny tiny bit. Not very much at all. Come on. Almost too much. Okay. And now you don't want it to cover the L. Oh gosh, I'm just shaking here, people. Oh, so hard for me to hold on to stuff. There we go. Whoops, it's on the L. Okay. That's as good as it gets, I guess. I don't know. Okay. And then, yeah, a little glue here. All right. So I've kind of did a little hack on there for you to make it a little easier. I don't know if it makes it easier or not, but that was kind of difficult understanding those instructions. All right. There we go. And we'll just go there and there. And voila, we are finished with card number 1. Ta-da! And if you've got extra bling, they didn't provide bling in this kit, but if I'm sure you have lots of bling, put some bling on there. You could even put a bow here if you got some twine. Lots of ideas. Awesome. So that was card number 1. Like I said, I'm not going to do all 3 of them because those dimensionals will take forever. Let's move on to card number 2. So let's clean all this mess up. Oops, come on. That goes there. That goes there. There. Let's move these out and grab these. Oops, come on. There we go. And the lid back on. I think we're good. Okay. Phew. Oh, we got lots of stamping to do on this one. I love it. I love it. Okay. So first of all, we have wishing you the happiest of days. Now remember, use your finger and rub on the acrylic stamp. Sometimes the residue from the manufacturer is on there and it causes the ink to bead up and it makes it spotty looking. So we've learned to kind of rub it with our fingers, get all that rubbed off. And then 2 leaves, and it actually tells you which way to put the leaves. So if I have my stamp like this. Oh, it's telling me to do it. Okay, I'm so confused. Oh, there we go. Okay, one like that. And one like that. There we go. Okay, now when I turn it over, it looks like that. Got those. Got my ink. And I need my base card and circles. So let's fold our base card in half. And once again, let's use the bone folder. Okay. And circle. Another thing, if you have, I always try to remind you all, and I forget myself, but if you do, if you've got a foam pad, that will help with the, uh-oh, what happened? Okay, are we back? Are we back? Can you see me? Can you read everything correctly? Okay, looks like we can read everything correctly. All right. Wasn't sure what happened there. Okay, anyways, back to what I was trying to say was if you've got a foam mat, a piercing pad, that helps these acrylic stamps stamp better. It gives them a little give where when you're on a hard surface, there's not much give. And if there's just a wee bit of unevenness, it won't ink in that area. So, yeah, I always forget to tell you all that. So I've got my ink pad here, my piercing pad here, my ink pad here. Let's get my wishing you the happiest. Okay, and let that sit for just a sec. Oh, good. All right, everybody says I'm okay. You can still hear me. You can still see me. Awesome. All right, see how pretty that stamped? I love that. All right, put that there. And now it wants us to go around the card on the edge, okay? And so when we finish it, it's going to look like that. That's so cool. All right, let's get our stamp out and our ink out. We're just going to go back and forth. Let's see how fast I can do this without messing up too much. Okay, so just stamp. And you want to turn it occasionally. Okay, stamp. Stamp. Oh, and if you get off, that's okay. Just be sure to remember to clean it later. Oh, see how I need to be careful. Go slow. There we go. Let it sit there for a sec. Oops, I made those the same. Okay. You know what? I'm going to come back in here and get one more because I can. All right. And one up here in the corner. There we go. Okay, it looks good. And then do all three of your cards like that. So we are done with the inking. So put all that over there. The next thing it tells us to do, we have a ribbon. And I know you can't see it, but there are 4 glue dots right there. And then there are 4 glue dots on the circle turned upside down. And then there's one more dot right there. So I have put ribbons on the back of things many times. Okay. Oh, and like I said, see where I got my stamps on? Oops, little squirrely there. Hold on. Let's get that up before that makes a mess. So you just take your sponge and you just wipe that up. Comes up just like it does off the stamps because it's water-based. There we go. Now it's all clean. So over there for a sec. We can bring this back out and bring our ribbon out. All right. So I've done ribbon enough times to know what we're doing here. But some of you may not have done many ribbons on a card before. Just pull one out. All right. Put that over there. All right. So you have your ribbon like this. All right. Notice the slant. Oh, they've got the slant going the same direction. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But one is going to fold down. And the one that folds down is going to be a little longer, not too much longer, but at an angle. Okay, so I'm trying to, all right, looks good. And then they have 4 glue dots there. Okay, so press that down with my finger really good. Pretty good. Not great, but good enough, right? And get out my glue dots. Come on, glue dots, where'd you go? Not that I don't have a million of them around here. Let me grab another set. I collect them. I really do. Look, every paper pumpkin kit that I've ever done, I've got them. All right, so we're going to do 4 of them. Yeah. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then it tells us, okay, so that's that way. And then I hope I'm doing this right. So yeah, this is what's going to happen. So it's not that difficult. It's just, I need to make sure I'm explaining it well. So these 4 are to stick to the circle. If you all have any hints for adhering ribbon to cards, by all means, join in. Now, notice here, it's kind of coming out at the side. Almost didn't see that. Almost went straight down like they've got it there. All right, so actually, yeah, there we go, like that. And now to the side, and not very much, just some. There we go. That looks good. Now flip it over. Where does this one go? This one goes this way. All right, so flip this over. Okay. And now we are going to put glue dots all around the circle. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, tweezers definitely help you in this situation. And then 4. I'm going to put 1 more on there for good luck. 5. And now take all these covers off. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's too soon to put it on the... Okay, hold on. I'm going to stop taking those covers off because we've got some more stuff to do first. Yikes. Okay. Sorry about that. Kind of jumped the gun there for a sec. Yeah, we've got leaves to put dimensionals on the back of. So remember what I said. When you're looking at these leaves, they're the exact same shape. So if you put one on top of the other, they're the exact same shape, except one is got the darling duckling on the right, and the other one has the timid tiger on the right. So just notice that. It doesn't really matter if you mix them up, okay? And it tells us that we're going to turn these over, okay? And we're going to put dimensionals all on the back of these and on the back of 3 leaves. So 3 of the metallic leaves. Hello, Linda. How are you? Oh, Rita said, to my right, to my right. Okay. I'm sure it was my dimensionals, correct? So, I mean, not dimensionals, glue dots were to the right. Here we go. There we go. There we go. And here. And then this one. Actually, they have them in 2 different places. These 3 are down at the bottom. These are up here. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but I always try to put them where they tell me to. If I mess up, I can always take it off and do something else. All right, so there we go. And, oh, I forgot these guys. So 2 for each. Okay. Phew. Now, flip it over. And we're going to have, okay, notice the timid tiger goes down. The darling duckling goes up. These 3 are just there. Oops, I somehow missed that one. There we go. Like that. All right, let's see how to, so, and then we just stick it on there. All right, we just stick it on there. Let's just stick it on there. Okay. Ah, I'm glad you're doing good, Linda. How about everybody? Everybody doing okay? I love how y'all talk to each other. Y'all are so awesome. So I'm going to put this one here. And now this one, I guess here. I really don't know. Good enough, right? And then these kind of get stuck in between. Right here. And, oops, let me get the other backing off. Come on, get off of there. Good grief, they're all stuck to me. All right, and 2 go here. So 1 and 2. Now remember, you got a big circle going on top of this, but be careful not to go over the edge there. You're going to be in the way of your envelope. Now let's get this one out where I was trying to take all of the glue dot covers off. Okay. Bring it to the right. And squish it. Oh, wow. That was a fun card to make. I love it. Oh, my gosh. That is fun. Okay. Card number 2 is done. Let's get on to card number 3. So let me gather up all these other pieces so we don't lose them. Okay. And circles. And our last one here. Let me get all these dimensional covers off of here. Gosh. Oh, love it. Love it. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. Pull out our collection here. Awesome. Okay. Let's do this. So first step, stamping. Let's grab our stamp pad. We're going to stamp the flying geese on the corn paper here. Okay. Let's move these cards in the back. There we go. Nope. Look at which way they're flying. I almost had them upside down. Oh, that's so cool. I love flying geese. And then the sentiment here, thinking of you, which I've just, oh, is that even going to fit? Yeah, thinking of you. I've got that on there. Perfect. Next, we need, oh, goodness, bunches and bunches of dimensionals again. Okay. Let's see how fast I can do this with just the fingertips this time instead of the tweezers. 3, 4. Looks like they're using 8. That's a good number. Okay, and then also the little fox. Come here, little fox. He gets a couple of dimensionals on him. So cute. My nephew, great nephew, he is so into, well, he loves Fox and the Hound from Disney. And so his whole bedroom is Fox. He wears Fox clothes. His mother, for his, like, I guess it was his 6th birthday, maybe, took him to this rescue out in East Texas. And he got to hold one of those really cute fox with the big, big ears. Oh my gosh, so precious. Yeah, so every time I see a fox, I think of little Grant, my little nephew. Such a cutie pie. Okay, look at that. No time at all. Okay, now that I've got all that, now it just tells you to put it all on there. Okay, well, let's move this over for a second. Let's get a card base. Fold it in half. Okay, and this one is a landscape style card. gosh, this one's a nice, easy one. I love it. These, do I have glue on my fingers or something? They just want to stick. Okay, those are all done. That one's not. Okay. And that gets evenly centered. Whoops. And then what happens? I twist it. Okay, here we go. Centered. Then we get some pumpkins. Love me some pumpkins. So that's what the sketch, okay, I can talk. Scrapbook page that I'm doing tonight is going to be Pumpkin Patch. My brother and I, my brother who passed away in March, back in October of last year, my sister and I and my brother went to the pumpkin patch. Here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have a arboretum in Dallas, and they do, if you have not seen a pumpkin patch as amazing as theirs, I don't know, but wow. So it's called Texas Town, and it's a little village made of pumpkin houses. So you got the saloon and the bank and the schoolhouse, all this stuff, all these things made, and they're life size. They're huge. So fun. So I did that. So I'll share those pictures with you in a minute. And here we are, card number 3. That was really fast. Card number 2 and card number 1. So now that you all know how to put your cards together, be sure to post them. Remember, we have a private Facebook group just for us so that you can share your cards. You can post pictures of them there and all your projects that you're working on. So you can share them with us and you can help inspire us. So if you have done your cards, or especially if you've changed them up, we'd love to see your alternatives. They're at Christina's Creative Stampers. It's a Facebook group. You have to ask to join. I have a couple of questions on there. Just answer them and I will let you in. That just tries to keep down on the spam, or tries to keep the crazies out. All right, let's do a scrapbook page. Okay, let me clear off my desk here. I'm just going to grab my box and put everything in the box so I can find it later. All right, and put my stamps over here because they still have ink on them. Blue dots, the dimensionals, more card bases. All right, I think I got it all. The stamp set. Okay. Awesome. Okay, like I said, this paper pumpkin coordinates with the Autumn Toil. I think that's how you pronounce that. Autumn Tool collection. Okay. And so I looked at that, but we have 2 fall collections this year, which is such an awesome thing because you get tired of looking at the same old. And so I got Gather Together paper and Autumn Tool and then used pieces from the card set. All right, let's move it. Like I said, I've already started most of this, so it's not going to take us very long to finish putting it together. Get all these stamps out of the way so we don't accidentally get ink on us. All right, and put that there. Let me pick up my pictures real quick. Come here, pictures, so I can show them to you better. Don't want to lose my little fox on my pumpkins. Okay, my leaves. All my stuff here. Yeah, all right. Come here. Yeah, I had this all laid out nicely, and then I realized, wait a minute. I need to show them how I put it together. Okay, so let's look at this background. So like I said, this is a Gather Together. Is it both Gather Together? I think it. Let me check this side. No, this one is Autumn Tool in the center. Okay, and then the 2 outside pieces are from Gather Together. All right, and now, so let me move out just a wee bit. I know you're going to see some of my messiness, but that way you see both of them together. There we go. So how I decided on this was, at first At first I was just going to do, paper on both sides and put all the pictures in the middle. Oh my gosh, I spent all afternoon going through all the paper and all the decisions. I finally decided on this. So I have the very basic neutral, almost white base. Then I have a color that's still neutral, but has a little design, and it takes up a little bit more. And then finally, the very, very busy paper, which you only want to use sparingly. When you have super busy paper, you don't want to use it all over your scrapbook page, or you will never find your pictures. This one picture I'm going to put here is going to kind of disappear a little bit, but it's not too bad. All right. And my measurements are 5 inches. Whoops, come here. 5 inches here. So it's all 12. 5, 7. So this piece has this piece on top of it. I cut 3 inches of this off. So this is just welded together with about 2 inches there. I probably could have trimmed that shorter, but this was a scrap I had in my thing. That's why I used it. And so I trimmed off 3 inches from this 12 inch and stuck it over here. Okay, on top of this one. And this is the whole 12 by 12 here. All right, so that's how I did my base. Now, my pictures. Let's look at these pictures. So, Texas town in Dallas Arboretum. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to the Dallas Arboretum, or maybe your arboretum in your town, or Pumpkin Patch does this, but it is so cool. So here's a wagon, and I forget which building that one is. They're all labeled. Like this one says the saloon, and this one's made with all these really crazy gourds. I don't know if you can see that. Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh, it was such a cute thing. Okay, this one, they made a horse out of the hay. Isn't that cool? So this was the stables. No, this says general. So that's a general store. Okay, this is my brother and sister. They're at the entrance, Texas town. And then I, of course, am standing in front of the schoolhouse. And it gives a little write-up about the schoolhouse back in the 1800s. And it's just really cute. And then here's all three of us. And I know it's sad, but it's also happy. I'm so glad I have this picture. This is one of the last pictures we have of my brother before he passed away. He was only 68. So you guys, y'all get to the doctor and get your checkups. My two big brothers, this one and my other big brother, never went to the doctor. And he's passed. My other one's in trouble now at the hospital, or at home now, but he was in the hospital last week. All right, enough on preaching. Okay, so we're going to put these three here. So this is what I was talking about, how this one kind of disappears. But because those oranges are so dark, it does kind of jump off this a little bit. And I'm going to be covering this up with the title, so you won't see all of this busyness. But then here we have the Texas town, so we know what this is. And then the three of us. And now on this page, let's see, how did I have this? I forget. We've had the saloon up here. So these kind of go across from each other. And they're about a 1/2 inch from the edge. So those go like that. And then this general store went down here. And so these are about a 1/2 inch. So these are kind of symmetrical right here. But they don't look symmetrical because the designer paper sets them off. Isn't that a cool effect? I love that. All right. And then our last one, the wagon, is going to come up here. Now, I've got some good spots here. I have this nice spot, and this nice spot for decorating. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's get the tape out and let's get everybody anchored first. And then we'll go in with the okay, I can't talk. What am I talking about? With the decorating. Okay, so I'm at a 1/2 inch right there. And a little bit up. Not too far up, though, because you still need space up here. And if you go too far up, then all this gets pushed up. This one is even across. Okay. So even across here, but even within the designer paper. Okay, so it's kind of balanced like that. Okay, there we go. And then the Texas town one gets put over here lined up and kind of spaced fairly the same. Okay, and it does help to have a design that's a straight line, keeps y'all nice lined up. Ta-da, that's down. Now let's get this side. Like I said, this is going to line up. So let's go ahead and bump this paper right up against the other one. You see my thing there, and that lined up. Use the design paper to help me. There we go. And now that that's down, I can get the other two down. If you have more pictures, you like this design, but you've got, oh gosh, I've got more than 6 pictures I need to put on my page. I love that you can take a 4x6 and make it 2 3x4s. 2 horizontal 3x4s would fit here. 2 vertical 3x4s would fit here. Okay. So you could actually make this 12 pictures if you did everything 3x4s. But you can mix it and match it. You could do 4x6s and 3x4s. You could do 4x4s. So like, you know, you could do a 4x4 instead of a whole 4x6. So there's different ways to get your pictures on here if you've got more than just these 6, but you like this design. Always remember that. Okay, and now this is going to line up and it's going to be centered kind of between those two. And I'm using, once again, I'm using the designer paper to keep me lined up. And voila, we've got that done. Now to decorate. So let's move this one over for a sec while we decorate on this first one. So we've got a title. Now, you all remember, I've told you I love using my Cricut. So I do what's called a print and cut. So I went on my Cricut design space and I found Happy Fall, y'all. And I printed that and had the Cricut cut out a 2 1/4 inch circle. All right. So that's the exact same size as the circle in the card kit. And I'll be using this for the center of that leaf card that we made. Then the other one I did, I printed out my title, Autumn Leaves and Pumpkins, Please. And then I cut that strip out. So I've got that. Okay, so that is all I did on the print and cut this time. And once again, if I have uploaded a video on my YouTube, look for it. Basic beginners, how to print and cut. Very quick video. It doesn't go into any details except how to print and cut something like this. It doesn't go into all the other things you can do with print and cut because that would get to be too long. But all right, so there we go. Now, here is the piece from the card. Okay, and I've already stamped the flying geese there, which, by the way, they're going backwards. But that's okay because they're just flying that way instead. And then there's this piece. This piece is cut at 4 by 4. Yeah, 4 by 4. Well, that's easy. Okay, 4 by 4, and it's going to go right behind there. So I have a little bit of brown to make this pop off of this busy paper. I'm also going across the border there. See, if I put it in here, it doesn't look good at all. Okay, and then we've got this empty space, just doesn't look good. So we're just going to move that over. Okay, not too much. I don't want it halfway either, and I don't want it too close to this. So it's basically the same distance from the picture to the edge of the page. Okay, and that goes on there. So let me, first of all, tape this onto the brown piece. And I want to make sure that really, because I thought it was bigger. So that's 4. And that's 4 1/4. I didn't think that was a 4 by 4. Okay. So 4 by 4 1/4. And I'm putting the 4-inch, down so that it comes in closer. But the 4 1/4 is so it reaches out. Wait a minute. Nope. I need it taller. That's it. Oh gosh. One more time. Let me measure. Okay. 4 1/4. So I need that up. Okay. Yes, that's right. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's make sure this is even. Okay. So that's the 4. Nope. Oh, you already stuck down, you silly. Okay. looks about right. I mean, it's not going to be perfect because I'm not using a ruler. I'm just using my grid paper and just guessing. But that's done. Let's go ahead and get this stuck on, and then we'll decorate it with the little fox and the little pumpkins in the title. All right, so I am, like I said, I'm kind of getting it all centered up and down and to the sides. Like that. That looks good. Now, autumn leaves and pumpkin, please. I'm going to bring it down so I don't cover up the tops of the corn stalk, but you still see what's going on. You still see the fins. You still see all that. Now, usually I would use dimensionals, but on a card, but not on a scrapbook page. I have too many pages in my scrapbook. Putting dimensionals in here would make my scrapbooks way too thick. I don't know if y'all are like that, but let me tell you. Here's our cute little fox. Oh my gosh, isn't he cute? And our cute little pumpkins. They go over here. All right. And a little glue. How are we doing on time, you guys? We're at 55. Ooh. Try to keep these in an hour on Monday night. I think I'm doing good. All right. There's our pumpkins. Kind of. Yeah, the dimensional would make that pop off a little better, but that's okay. You get the idea. There's a lot to look at on this page, so it's a cute little foxy. And yeah, I like him touching the title. Kind of brings the title in. All right, we're doing good. All right, was there anything else I wanted to do with that? Make sure, look at my design here. Nope, I think we're good. All right, so da-da. Finished with one side. That's plenty going on there. Don't want me to go crazy with too much stuff. And now this page. All right. I'm saving this for journaling, and I'm putting my leaf bouquet down here. All right. So we've got our leaves. Okay, our leaves. All right, so we're going to do that. And basically, let's see, is it about like that? I can't remember. Where are the instructions? I put them in the box. I just let me look and see again what this looks like. I said I put it in the box. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. And like I said, I'm not using dimensionals, so there's a little glue there, a little glue here. Looks good. And then this one. There we go. Kind of separate them. Let's see. So that's that way. That does touch that one. And that gives me room for the two bronze leaves down here. Okay, good. Oh, the ribbon. That's what I don't have. I need to go back and get the ribbon. I totally forgot that. Okay, so let me get these leaves poked in, and then I'll get the ribbon. Okay. All right, now these pumpkins over here that you see, I stamped those with the stamp. There's a little pumpkin stamp. And then I colored them in with the Timid Tiger markers. So if you're wondering where those came from, because I didn't have enough pumpkins from the card kit, so I didn't want to use them all. Okay. Oh, these actually go underneath here. That's not happening on this card. It's glued down. All right, so I do need the ribbon that was in the kit. Let me grab that. It's right here. Okay. And I'm going to use tape runner instead of those glue dots. Tape runners are so much easier. All right, and so we're going to put tape here. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Here we go. I'm going to put some tape here. Going off to the side. Okay. And then this one kind of comes like that. Yeah. So we're going to put the tape there on the ribbon, some tape there on the circle. Okay, and then lift it up. Keep it straight. Happy fall, y'all. So cute. I love that. Awesome. That would be cute with some gems. Maybe I'll put some gems. And then, like I said, this is going to be journaling up here, but it needed a little something. A little something, something. So let's put that up there. Isn't that cute? More pumpkins. And voila. We have the cutest pumpkin scrapbook pages. Let me get them together for you so you can see the whole thing. All right. Ta-da! And then, yeah, so I'll just tell the story here. And then you just look at it and you say, wow, that's really cool. I sure hope. Which Cricut do I have? I have an old one, Mallory. I have the old Explorer Air that has to be plugged in with a USB. So, but it works just fine. So I have no reason to get a new one. I'd like a new one so I could work on my couch and send it to the Cricut machine in here, but oh well. Oh, thanks, Miller. I'm glad you like the page. Yes, Loretta says good too. Awesome. Awesome. Like I said, you guys, if you all are doing some creating, we would love to see it. So be sure to log on to Christina's Creative Stampers and post pictures of what you're working on. We'd all love to see it. Also, don't forget, starting Wednesday, everything is starting Wednesday. Oh my gosh, we're starting a joining special. Holy cow, blow you out of the water. It's joining special. I've sent some emails about it, so I don't like to talk about it too much because I don't want to take up time, but it is the best joining special ever. So if you've ever thought about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to talk to you about it. And card a day in October for Christmas cards, plus my regular Monday night stamping and Thursday fun fold. So busy month. You guys, y'all have a great rest of your night. I don't see any other questions. Just double check in. Okay, you guys. Bye-bye.